Hi, this is Zach with SkullclampMTG. Today I'm opening a box of set boosters from Dominaria United for Retrofix games in Missoula, Montana. This is going to be a fun one. I haven't recorded one of these in a while, so if I can get the box open to start with, that'll be pretty fun. And this is 30 packs per box. The set boosters have cards from the list in them, but there won't be any cards from... Oh, there's box toppers. Well, that's exciting. I didn't actually know there were box toppers on this, so we're going to get to open that. There are no Legends cards in these packs, which I know a lot of people are looking forward to. Those are only in the collector boosters. I'm just making some stacks over here. We got our beautiful Faithless Looting playmat today. I know that's everyone's favorite artwork. Lots of good commentary on that. Let's see, two more here. All right, that is our packs. Get this out of the way. Let's open this box topper first and see if there's anything cool in here. These are pretty interesting. I'm not sure what's in these. So far I've done several pre-releases for this, but I have not had a chance to crack any packs. So let's see. Legendary Ever-Changing Dane. It's actually probably a pretty good commander card. That is a clone with some extra abilities. Sacrifice another creature, it becomes a copy of it, but it has that ability. Definitely kind of cool in like those aristocrat-style commander decks that want stuff in the graveyard, while also making him a copy of it. Alright, I'm going to talk about some cards in this set, mainly focusing on limited. Ooh, those mountains are super cool. A lot of these cards, like Impulse, really cool reprint right there. A lot of new sagas in here. That's a new type of card they're really focusing on. Squee. Squee is a good one. Squee's going to see play in a lot of modern graveyard decks. Ooh, we got a good foil in there. And then Sphinx with Ward 2. 5-mana 5/5 with some domain abilities is going to be super interesting going forward. Impulse is one I'm really excited about. I mean, modern decks like Storm and some other combo decks, it's just the card that lets you dig the deepest in the format. So I think we're really going to run into some fun stuff from that. Got these art cards again. Get those out of here. Oh, we got a foil one of those today. Let's see. Negate got another reprint. There's a lot of legends out uncommon in the set. Some of them are pretty cool too. Plaza of Heroes. That may be like an auto include in some of these commander decks going forward. And Wizard Class from the list. That is going to be another pretty cool card going forward. Wizard Class already saw some play, but these cards from the list, I mean, a lot of them are older than that. That's a more newer one from D&D. But any of those generally hold some value. I love having a foil in every pack, too. I miss that from some sets. It's a common. This one's going to see a lot of limited play, too, having the ability to sacrifice a creature for the kicker, or it's a 2-mana 3/1. Definitely something what we're going to see some play from. And these being fetchable tap lands, we haven't found an exact use for them yet, but they are definitely interesting. These legends are pretty cool. This is another one I think is going to see a ton of commander play. Just being able to use legends to make mana. Oh, we got a Mythic Joda. That's another one going to be a big commander card going forward. And Vesuvian Diplomacy. Whenever you cast a spell, targets one creature you control, create a token that's a copy of the artifact or creature, except it's not legendary. Some two powerhouse commander cards there, rare and a mythic in that pack. These are going to be pretty fun going forward. I mean, Magic having 3 different types of boosters really opens up some space. These aren't meant to be drafted, but I know some people do them sometimes just for fun. But they definitely have slightly better pulls. That's what they're made for. There were 2 art cards in that pack. So, Bone Splinter's got a reprint. Well, this is some like epic level artwork for a common that doesn't see a ton of play. I really like it. But yeah, having collector boosters for people just to really chase cards is really cool. And then having, just your regular draft boosters. I'm a person who plays a ton of limited. And then having these set boosters to find like these cool cards for people's commander decks is just a very nice addition. With that new Soldier Lord, they've printed a lot of good soldiers in this set. Don't forget Thalia from 2-drop Thalia from original Innistrad is also a soldier, so that goes right into those decks. Sorry if I started this video off a little to the side. We got that fixed now. And let's see, the things we're really looking for in this set, there's definitely some chase cards, obviously. The Planeswalkers in this set are all really good. They may not see a ton of play yet in any format, but they're all definitely playable. There's also a few legends in here, like Joyra, that's basically an Aether Vial to put artifacts into play for free. That's one that's going to see a lot of play. I did forget, the cards from the Commander set are findable in here. So this is from one of the Commander Dominaria United sets, and you can find those rares in these packs. The Phasing of Zalifer. This one's pretty cool. It lets people, basically it's a blue removal spell. The ability to destroy all creatures, even if they get a bunch of 2/2s in response, is pretty valuable and very out of the color pie for blue. So that's going to be something that'll see some play going forward. Let's see. Let's open up another one. Having a box topper in here with that foil rare was pretty cool too. I did not expect that. This so far has been a very good limited set too. It's very balanced. There's lots of 2-color playable archetypes in here and lots of fixing to make those viable. Mechanics like this, like in List, have really made it so some of the, generically not great creatures are now very playable. And then Kicker lets you branch into other colors for some extra benefit, which is very cool. Been very happy with the Kicker element in this. Lots of good flyers. I mean, cards like this where spells matter. And then a ton of legends that you don't usually get to play in Limited as much. But, I mean, there's a ton of uncommon. Here's a rare one. That one's really cool. Flying, First Strike, Vigilance, and Lifelink. Very good ones. All these Phyrexian Lords allowing you to pay 2 life instead of the mana cost on spells is very big. I mean, just huge cost reduction. And then a foil Crystal Grotto. Very cool. But the archetypes, like we have black-red aggro, which is a very aggressive deck, which is very cool. We have 5-color, splash, whatever, anything, as long as it's green domain deck. That just is unbeatable if it makes it to the long games. We have black-white, green-white, and red-white tokens, all as archetypes. Lots of good cards in this set, and these are just beautiful. These stained glass lands, just really in love with those. Phyrexian Rager is a great reprint, too. That card's seeing its first life in Modern and Pioneer. Used to be a really big player in Old Type, too. More sack outlet cards, Domain. This one's probably going to see play in some Modern decks like Storm, and probably decks like Blue-Red Phoenix and Pioneer. Letting you cast an instant or sorcery for free, milling 4 cards, and exiling a copy of one and recasting it. Probably good enough to see a ton of play. Cut down maybe the best removal spell since Fatal Push. This is definitely outside of specialty sets, in standard sets. This is going to see a ton of play. Joe's Codex, definitely a commander card. Balmor, just whenever you cast an instant or sorcery, creatures get +1/+0 trample until end of turn. Merfolk. A lot of Merfolks in this set. They're already seeing play in Modern and Legacy. And then the legendary Frog Beast. Super cool card. And we're not even halfway through this box, and I'm already finding some goodies. Hopefully those will keep flowing. We still have some foil rares and mythics to chase down in this set, so that is something I am excited for. Yeah, but the removal in this set for limited is also very good. At common and uncommon, we have some really good limited cards. Monstrous Warleech is one that lets you mill to get it bigger, equal to the highest mana cost in your graveyard. Some more counter spells. These legends are just so good. Having more legends. This one in limited has been a powerhouse, and it's probably really good in standard too. Just a 2/1 for 1 that returns from the graveyard. Cannot go wrong with those. And hey, we got the Merfolk Lord after getting the legendary Merfolk. Not a bad pull. Foil Thrill possibility. And it looks like, yeah, we got a list card in here. Destroy target non-legendary creature, another cast down. That is not a bad pull. I want to find like a Aether Vial or something like that on a Legends card. Like I want to show you guys like a really good one while we're opening. Hopefully we'll get there. This Heroic Charge, this is a really good one for that tokens, red-white tokens deck I was talking about. So is this one. Makes a 1/1 when it enters. This one too, this pack's just for that deck. Makes a 1/1 when it enters. Aqueduct. Ooh, more sagas. That read ahead on the sagas has been really powerful. Just allowing people to like pick what chapter they start on is really good. All these uncommon legends. Defiler of Flesh, letting you tap black or 2 mana instead of black on cards. Legendary uncommon and foil, and Secret Lair back card. I'm not sure what everyone's looking for. The Jaya, the Karn, Liliana the Veil is really what I want to open. Like that is kind of, in my mind, one of the big chase cards. Obviously outside of like actual Legends cards, but something I'm looking for. 1-drop 0/3 Defender. That may not be super exciting when you read it, but when you're playing like a draft format, man, that thing can get pretty nasty. Phyrexian Missionary is another one that's going to see a ton of play in Limited. I hope if you're watching this, you do like pre-releases and draft, because we are talking a ton about those. Ooh, Silverback Elder. This is a powerful card in every format that it's going to see play in. Another legendary uncommon. Ooh, and oh, we got a legendary green dragon from the list. That is a cool pull. We're going to put that one in our sweet pile over here. All right, I think that was a pretty darn good pack. We've opened like a high amount of mythics so far, which is pretty nice. I'm hoping to keep that up because these have been actually pretty good box so far. We'll see where that goes. Cool Merfolk token. I really do like that they started doing the art cards. There's like no real value or interest in them other than they're cool to own. And, you know, we're Magic players. We collect cool stuff. So, something to keep in mind. Crystal Grotto is another one that's been very good and limited. Another Vampire. Every game I saw this guy in, he was an 8/8 or a 10/10 for 5 mana. Pretty hard to beat that. Sweeper and uncommon. White-blue legend uncommon. Sarah Redeemer. This makes your little guys huge just for red. And this is a double rare pack. We got Mara too. And then foil Angel with Kicker. Yeah, I'm really excited to play some of these cards, such as the new Angel in Modern, and have a set of Lilianas. Did not actually own a set of those, so I'm really hoping opening packs of this set will fix that. Let's see, art card. Oh, that's a Lotus art card too. Very cool. More Merfolk, removal in blue, removal in white. God, this legend has been very good. I'm expecting to see a lot of diversity in commanders when sets like this come out that have really interesting uncommon ones that do stuff. Here is an Altart Carpulsion Forest. They did original Magic artists for these. So this is Randy Gallegos, who's been around since Ice Age, came back and did this art. Very pretty card. And probably the best removal spell in the set, Leyline Binding. This costs 1 less for each basic land on lands you control. That means in formats like Modern, you're consistently casting this for Flash 2, and it gets stuff off the board until it leaves. And there's not a lot that just removes enchantments in people's main decks. So that is going to be something very interesting. That was a really good pack. The land, we had some good uncommons, and the Leyline Binding. It's another fun thing about these set boosters is you crack packs that have potential to have up to 3 rares or mythics in them with the set cards and the double available. So that is just super, super cool to do. Always really excited to crack these. And again, we just like 4 cards in a row with Kicker there. They brought back some really cool mechanics. Domain, Kicker, there's another Domain one. Oops, wrong pack. Twinferno is a really cool one. Lets you copy either double strike or copy instant or sorcery. Definitely something I expect to see some play. Some more of these. Oh, we got the world spell. That is probably the biggest saga they've made yet. It just puts stuff into play for free. It is insane. Foil and, ooh, Spirit of the Labyrinth from the list. It's not a bad set of list cards. There's definitely some different ones I'm looking for. Like an Ancient Tomb would be really cool. But these are not horrible. Hey, we found a 0/1 Kobold token. And art card. Oh, this is one of the signed art cards. That is really cool. Put that aside. Foil Mountain, not bad. Captain's Call is the one I've been talking about for these. It's at common, and it's probably one of the best ones for these tokens decks. Just something to keep in mind as you're drafting this set. And don't forget, there's a ton of fixing. Like, here's 2 in the same pack. Uncommon. Gaining 5 life is not something to snuff at. This is just like a bad expedition map, but really good and limited. Along with all these uncommon legends. Like, these guys are just great. Quirion Beastcaller. You get to spread out those counters. And then a foil defender. There's a whole defender sub-theme in this set, which is really cool. All right, on to the next one. We are over halfway into this box. Thank you guys all for sticking around. I really do appreciate it. I'm having a lot of fun doing this, and I'm hoping you guys are enjoying watching it. And art card. Another signed one. Those are super cool. Another foil land. Ooh, those are going to be pretty going forward. God, the fixing in this is cool. This one has Death Touch and taps for any color. That is a cool card. Another legendary uncommon. There's a lot more uncommons in these packs, which I really enjoy. And these stained glass ones they did are just really pretty. There's a Merfolk. Phyrexian Merfolk Wizard. What a cool combo. Oh, there's an Urtai. That's the first one I've actually seen. Oh, this is a double rare pack too. Namada is seeing a ton of standard play in like a Jund Tokens deck. And Urtai, I mean, he lets your opponent draw a card, but he's a flash counter a spell. Like that's, or destroy a creature. Like that's just really, really cool. Put those over there. Common foil. I mean, so far this has been a pretty successful box. These are fun. How to read cards and match them up. Magic minigame. A Johnny art card. We've opened a lot of foil basics so far, like an actual lot of them. Let's do it this way. Common, common. On to our uncommons. Inscribed Tablet, we just talked about that one. Urkai Declares War is another cool one, turning things into 4/4 artifact tokens, making ornithopters. Combat Research, another one. This making a 2/1 red elemental every turn with haste is pretty cool. Sacrifice at your end step. It lets you attack for a ton. The Queen over here. Sorry, I got really distracted. We just opened a Phyrexian, a Johnny. This is freaking sweet. Mythic in Phyrexian. He is a cool card. That is super cool. Put that one aside. And then this Kicker Angel. The angels in this set are just so good. Usually angels are kind of, overcosted. People who like angels collect them, but that one is a good one. Like this set ended up with 4 playable angels in it. That's definitely something we gotta consider with Magic going forward. Is like maybe that guy playing the angel deck. It's not more of a meme deck. It's the real deal going forward. Beware. Art card. I don't know which one that is. More domain spells. These spiders, every time they print a limited set, they get something like this, and it's always really good. Kind of hard to beat if your opponent's backup plan was playing a lot of flyers. Ton of goblins in this set. Definitely something for the guys who love goblins in your life. Some easy removal spells. They have a lot of like instants and sorceries matter cards at those uncommon rares. Another one right there, and another one. Just all 3 of them in this pack. Oh, this is the first Zur I've seen too. I'm super happy about that. Zur looks really good. That's like our 7th or 8th mythic so far. And, oh, Elf Lord. Leafcrown Visionary. That is another super cool one. And another foil legendary. I mean, if you're a commander guy and you need to collect all the legendary creatures, This is a set you should be opening. This set just has some really cool stuff. I play more Modern, Pioneer, Legacy, and this set has a lot for me too, including these Lords. It's another set where I think Wizards really nailed it on what they were supposed to open. Here's another signed one. So I am having a good time looking through these, you know, finding cards I need to keep and things I want. They did pretty good with the kicker. I haven't seen a kicker card that makes it into Modern, but definitely a few for Pioneer. Another Merfolk Noble. This lets you actually make Merfolk tokens. Oh my gosh, our second Phyrexian language card. This is a good one. This is Sheldred. I'm probably mispronouncing that, but it has Death Touch, 4 mana, 4/5. Whenever you draw a card, you gain 2 life. Whenever your opponent draws a card, they lose 2 life. And isn't that just a freaking pretty card? Jeez. That is a sweet pull. Landwar Loam Speaker, another really good elf from the set. Turns your lands into 3/3s with haste, or it taps for mana. And this is the first I've seen of this. One of the foil dual lands that enter tapped. Super cool. Let's see. I struggled to open this pack a little bit. Let's see if we can get there. So that's not how you open a pack, but it worked. We got there. More fixing, a lot of fixing in that pack. Ooh. This one taps for kicked spells, which I thought was pretty cool. Another bounce spell. God, we did good with the kickers. Another cut down. I think we've got a playset of cut downs now. Maybe that's the third one. But that is something like anyone who's opening these looking for cards for their decks, something you really want a playset of is those kick downs. And then Human Knight, First Strike, Vigilance, Lifelink. We opened one of these earlier, but this is a different art. I thought that was worth showing off. And then Aaron. Aaron is a cool one, letting you sacrifice a creature to put a +1 counter on all your other creatures. Also has Menace, so when he gets big enough, he's just attacking. Cannot go wrong with that. Also, while we're here, don't forget to go and check out Retrofix Games, retrofixgames.com. Also in Missoula, come check them out. Buy your singles, board games, D&D stuff, everything under the sun for nerds like us. They are who I'm opening for today. This is their channel, and they sponsor this. So show them some love, drop a subscribe and a follow. Anything you got to do to keep content coming. God, doesn't that look like Nicol Bolas? Every time I see this, I just think it's Nicol Bolas off the bat. And a different art of Compulsion Forest. We opened the first one. Here's the second one. And then a Rona. Rona is another cool one. Whenever you cast an instant sorcery spell, each opponent loses 1 life. Basically a storm card on a commander. Like, that is definitely a storm deck. Also, while you're at it, don't forget to follow SkullclampMTG on Twitter and Facebook. We post Magic memes, Magic content, and event coverage. We also host an event series throughout Montana, so you can always check out when stuff is going on there. Meteorite. This was a cool reprint. 5 mana, taps for any color, but when it enters, does 2 damage to any target. I've actually cast that to kill a player before, which was super fun. Destroy target tapped creature for 1 mana. That is pretty good. And Urg, spawn a Turg. God, I love me a good legendary frog beast. Super cool card. Pilfer's another fun one. Just 2 mana, 2 mana Thoughtseize. Opened a bunch of him, but I really like him too. Like, I feel like if I was doing a deck, I could just play that. Wrath, whatever, like Solvent, and then Joyra. God, Joyra's so good. They brought back some really legendary characters, like here's a Radha. All right. Still chasing that Liliana. We're going to find one. There's one coming up. I feel it. Another art card. Let's see. 3 ones for 3. Not as good as 3-1 for 2. Artillery Blast kills everything in Limited, though. That is a good card. Sacred Peaks. Outrider. We're getting to our legendary creatures. Legendary Goblin. Fires of Victory. Phoenix Chick. This is the first one we've seen in the whole box. This is good in like the standard burn deck, maybe Pioneer, and definitely good in Limited. It's a 1-drop flying haste, can't block. but whenever you attack with 3 or more, you can pay 2 and return to the battlefield with +1 counter on it. This card's going to come back a lot. Really good. Another Balmor, seeing a ton of play in Pioneer already. Ooh, Radha's Firebrand, Human Warrior with Domain. This Domain ability gets it big. You can only activate it once each turn, but it clears house. Foil uncommon. Alright, we are still looking for a Planeswalker. We did open the one of Johnny, but there are 3 others, and I'm hoping to find some of each. There we go. Oh, we flipped 2 there. The one what I keep thinking is Nicol Bolas and isn't. Foil Island. This one's a 3/2 for 2. When it enters, you lose 2 life, but that is a big 2-drop. Throw a Possibility. Everyone loves that card. Slimefoot Survey. Another land tutor. Dragon Whelp was a good one. Gets big. 2/3 for 4. Not bad and limited. Another. Oh, I love this art on that one. That is super cool. Temporal Firestorm. Great sweeper. You can kick it a few times to save your stuff, or you can just do 5 to every creature and Planeswalker. Not a bad ability. Alright guys, on to our next one. Art card. I think every pack has one of those. More fixing. This lets you return creatures from your graveyard to your hand. That's always been pretty good and limited. This one kills creatures. +1 counter target creature, lifelink and indestructible. That saves creatures. Like I said, great limited set. So many different directions to go. I had some fun at my pre-releases. I'm hoping everyone else gets to play in those too. Some of the funnest Magic you get. The Queen here lets you make extra tokens every turn, and then power and toughness is equal to the number of creatures you control. Really good card. Definitely an option for a command or 2 if you're token based. The Weatherlight. This one is cool. As long as it has 4 or more Thyresis counters on it, it's a creature in addition to its other types. 5/5 flyer. Whenever a creature you control dies, put a Thyresis counter on it, and then draw a card if it has 7 or more on it. If it doesn't, scry one. This does a lot in a game if you have ways to sack your own stuff. Really cool mythic. Overall, I'm really pleased with this set. We got 6 packs left to go. It's definitely an interesting one. Like, going back to Dominaria, you're always, like, carefully wanting to go back to sets, make sure you don't, overuse them or beat them up a little too much. But this one seems like a real hit. We got some burn cards in here. Lightning Strike is definitely the one I'm thinking of. Uncommon, 3 damage is really good. Battle Rage Blessing, another really solid one. And then Garna. I used that in some pre-releases. That is a really good card too. This Flash Kicker is really cool. 2 red, it does damage to any target equal to the number of attacking creatures if it was kicked in its flash. You attack with 8 creatures, or your opponent attacks you with 8, and you get to flash back 8 damage. Really good ability. Ooh, the legendary blue-white rare. Spells of chosen type cost 1 less to cast. That is a cool card. Can't be creature or land, though. Just remember. And then a card from the list. Benediction of Moons. Lets you haunt. Kind of cool. Not a rare, but still a cool card. Some of these cards, like the list, is their only reprint ever, which is very interesting. All right, let's get through these commons. Bite Down, really good removal spell for limited. And we're back to Kavus. I love how much those have come back recently. Super cool creature type. Hasn't seen a lot of love in recent years, so it's just getting back. Ooh, Academy Lore Master. Beginning each player's draw step, the player can draw additional card. If they do, spells they cast cost 2 more to cast this turn. Kind of a cool ability. Full common. Ooh, Clockwork Dragon. Rare card from the list from Muradin. And who doesn't love a good dragon? Man, we are still on a hunt for our second Planeswalker. And still learning how to crack these packs. The packaging's slightly different than it was before, so I do hope you guys give me a break on that. Ooh. Get through. This one costs 1 less cast for each creature in your graveyard and has Death Touch. 7 mana 5/5, not a bad creature. Batterfly Swarm can gain Death Touch. They printed some Extinguished Light. They printed some really cool ways to like interact in this that I really like. And some of them we'll see play and some won't. You know, we'll find out. These legends, I think people are going to really want these in years. Evolve Sleeper. That's a cool one. It becomes a human cleric, then becomes a Phyrexian human cleric, and then you get to start putting a +1 counter on them every turn, drawing a card for 3 mana. Super cool ability. Ooh, foiled Nagel. I think that's how you say it, Nagel. But lets you copy your instants and sorceries with them. You can copy extra turn spells with that. Super cool. 3 more packs. We're going to get that Planeswalker, guys. It's going to happen. I would settle for a Goblin Lord at this point. I really like the Goblin Lords. These Cat Warrior tokens are super cool, too. Art card. No signature. Oh, that Swamp is cool. Really like the stained glass. Every set's kind of getting their own special edition of basics. And these ones, I mean, the Kamigawa ones were very cool. But these ones are ones I really like also. Really like this Monstrous War Leech. That's a good card. More Defender stuff. The Defenders, like, in the set for that whole archetype, makes me really want to build a deck around that, which I wonder if we got a legend for it, and maybe I missed it. Another Stained Glass. Stronghold Arena. So you get to gain 3 life for each time it was kicked, and whenever one or more creatures you control deals combat damage to a player, you can reveal the top card of your library, put it into your hand. If you do, you lose life equal to its mana value. You can draw a ton of cards with this. Foil common. All right. 2 more packs. You know what we're looking for? Let's see if we find it. Ooh. Art card. Basic. More Token Maker. I've talked about that card a few times now. Crystal Grotto. Great fixing. Ooh, Djinn of the Fountain. I like the Djinns a lot. It's a cool creature type. Some more elves. Phyrexian Merfolk Wizard. Can't go wrong with that. Radha. Domain. The Domain cards are really good. Phyrexian Merfolk Wizard. 2 of those in the same pack. Sulphurous Springs. Super good pull. I mean, I'm not saying it's some super expensive card, but very playable. People want these. Super good pull. And a foil bite down. Just talking about that as a card that's good removal in this format. All right, guys, we're on to our last pack. Again, thanks for sticking around, plugging Retrofix Games and SkullclampMTG. Your sources for content and cards. God, these stained glass ones. I'm gonna have to get myself a whole set of these stained glass cards. They're basics. They're not something that matters a lot, but they're something that's really fun to have your own pretty versions of. And I think that's really important in Magic to kind of customize and have stuff you like. Ooh, Ivy. Second Ivy, same pack. Same pack, 2 Ivies. Super cool. Double rare, same thing. Colossal Growth. All right, guys, that is it for this video. Thanks for sticking around. Hopefully you liked some of the polls we had. Talk to you next time.